Hello everybody, this is Oak Tree Tarot Reader here and welcome to my pick a card video. So today I'm going to do something a little bit different, a different sort of question than I've ever done before, and it's what does your baby want to say to you? What messages does your baby have for you? Your little baby, this is going to be a baby that, can't communicate with you, they're not talking yet, so they're sort of 0 to, I don't know, 2. Before they really start articulating and they can really communicate what they want from you. Some of you might be pregnant. You can still go ahead and do this if you're pregnant. But yeah, we're going to look at what they're thinking and what they think about you, what they feel about you. And I thought because it's babies and they're young, as wonderful as they are, and I know absolutely all of your babies are beautiful and the most intelligent and wondrous, and they're going to have brilliant lives. As babies, they do have a sort of quite limited, range of emotions and expressions. So I thought actually to reflect the fact that they're not going to be complicated, in-depth thoughts that we're going to be analysing. I brought out my charm collection, which I haven't really looked at or used in quite some time, so this will be interesting. And we're going to throw out some charms to complement it and see what kind of message that they want to give you. So remember, this is just a bit of fun, a bit of light entertainment. We're not going to be having any in-depth examinations of your relationship with your babies. It's just a nice little something that they want to tell you, but they can't at the moment. And don't worry if you do feel that you don't really understand your baby. I understand from the friends around me that have children that this is par for the course. This is perfectly natural, that you will have these troubles and then they will start to talk. You'll start to be able to have a great relationship with them, and then they hit the teenage years and it all goes to pot and you don't understand each other and you fight and you argue and you scream at each other. And then they leave for college or university and start off their own families. And then everything starts to work out well again because they understand what they put you through, but from the other perspective when they make you grandparents. But that's all way ahead. Today we're just going to think about your little babies and what messages they have for you. So I've put some Lenormand cards on the top. These cards are not significant in terms of the reading. I don't know what the cards say yet. I will look at them at the same time as you. But I just wanted to use them as placeholders. So I want you to close your eyes, take a few deep breaths and think about your baby. Maybe you're even holding your baby at the moment. And try and think, well, what does my baby want to tell me? What does my baby think about me, feel about me and want me to know? When you feel ready, make your choice. And you can click on one of the timestamps that I've put in the description box and pinned as top comment. If you want a bit more time to do that, then please press pause because I'm now moving on to the readings. Thank you. Right, number 1's mountains. Here's your reading for your baby. Let's pull out a few charms. I'm thinking the charms are going to be definitely much more what kind of a message they have for you. See? But we'll see how it complements the rest of the reading. First time I've actually used charms with tarot. Charms for me has been largely very experimental, so join me in my experiment. So we'll leave those there on the side. Right, just in case any of you really felt attracted to the Lenormand card of the mountain, it's obviously an obstacle. It's stubborn, obstinate. It's something that needs to be moved around or through. So either your baby sees you as a force of nature and something that's not to be trifled with, in the sense that they can cry all they want. You're not going to let them eat more chocolate than you want them to, that kind of thing. If you feel that this resonates with your baby, then your baby's going to be stubborn. Your baby's going to be stubborn and stand their ground and also be strong and resilient and weather all forces. So, for the both of you. But I was thinking it was just a bit of a placeholder. So, this is how your baby thinks and feels about you. Oh, temperance, nice. Justice, lovely. And Queen of Wands. So really your baby sees you as very patient, very healing. You do, the typical, to my mind, it feels like a very mummy vibe in that you soothe them, you heal them, you make things feel better. This feels like mum rather than dad, but if you're a dad, it's still the same energy applies, that you say the right things, you make things, you mix emotions together. So if they're feeling angry and annoyed about stuff, you make them feel better. You mix in the good feelings. Hopefully it's not the other way around, where they're feeling good and you make them feel bad. I would hope that's not the case. If that resonates with you, the other way around, then maybe we could do a different reading. But I think it's more the other way around, that the bad feelings float away and sort of disappear along with some good feelings because of you. Because they are babies after all. They have tantrums, they have upsets, they're hungry, they want their nappies changed. You're there to deal with it. It's the healer. And Justice, you are a fair parent. You are a fair parent. You're balanced, you're peaceful, you don't let things ruffle you. You're very fair and equal. So if you've got other children, they recognise that you're going to share your attentions amongst your other children equally. But that she just looks so peaceful and in flight. She just looks lovely. I think that they see you as beautiful, especially because we've got the Queen of Wands. I think they also see you in the terms of justice, that you'll do right by them. That you'll do right by them. You'll do. I don't mean that you'll do the bare minimum for them. I think that you won't let them down. That you are fair, that you are just, and you are unbiased. Queen of Wands, they just think you're the most wonderful woman in the world. I really do feel that this is mums. I get an instinct because most of my audience are women that watch my videos. So I think that they look at you and see one hot mama. They just love you. You're beautiful. You're their world. You're talented. Some of you might play music for them, sing to them even. Maybe you're a musician, but even so, maybe music's something that you do together, and they love that. I'm just looking at the little foxes, like looking up at this Queen of Wands. She's just motherly, warm, passionate, vibrant, life and soul of the party. I think that you're the centre of their world. That would make sense if you were like obviously taking care of them, but this is very loving energy because of the Temperance and the Queen of Wands. It's love. There's love there, and this sense that you're just the law. That you are in charge. You are your word is law. Let's move on to these. I mean, do I have to explain what that means? You make their heart take flight. They know that you're their baby. You got Ace of Hearts, and we've got this is lucky. They feel lucky to have you. They feel lucky. They've won the poker game, and then we've got Ace of Hearts again, reiterating the love. Now we've got lots here, like buttons and like the silk cord and the knitting wool. So I don't know if any of you are crafters and they're like sitting there while you knit, or like you do crafts. But the message is that maybe they want you to change what they're wearing. For some of you, that just rings a bell to me of like, I know that when my niece was little, she'd be happy with what she was put on, but at quite a very young age, she was adamant that she was going to choose what she wore, and we'd all buy her clothes that we thought were cute, and she's like, I'm not wearing it, and she wouldn't. So I'm getting to the idea that some of you might be getting to the phase where your kid's getting, I know what I want to wear, and it's not the stuff you're putting me in. I have style, I have class. I don't think you do. Oh, I wonder if some of you have sons. or that this represents brothers or daddies. There's something to do with men, masculinity there. Yeah, shoes again. I feel it's something to do with shoes, or maybe your clothes are comfy. They like your clothes. If you're a stylish mum, they like your clothes. Sun, they love you. You're sunny. You're warm. Sweets, candy cane. They think you're sweet and wonderful, or they like it when you give them sweets. So we've got bear, which to me is always mama bear and strength and power. I don't know if you can see, it's Diddy. But it's strength and power and authority. You're mama bear. You'll fight and protect them, which really links to this justice card that I saw. Right, now we've got actually lots to do with the sea. So I don't know whether some of you live by the seaside, or you regularly take your kids swimming, or, you know, you're lucky enough to live by a beach. They like that. They like doing stuff to do with water with you. And if you've got a family dog, they love the dog, or they want a dog. They want a dog. Heart again. So these two, tower, I think you're their tower of strength. You're their world. You're everything to them. I think you're a mom. I mean, if you're a dad, I'm drawn now to this. If you're a dad, and I've been saying all this about moms, it's the same for you, but as their dad. And next, we've got success, money, and happiness. You provide all that for them. I mean, they have no concept of success and money, but they know that you have a successful relationship. They see you, you know, as a mom, as a successful mom. So if any of you are having those doubts of, am I a good mother? Am I letting my kid down? Am I doing everything right? Yeah, I think they like going to the beach with you. There's something to do with clothes. You know, it's almost like, I hate it when you dress me, but most kids like to romp around naked and letting their bits roam free. They have no concept, do they? Bless them. But they see you as a real success. I think they love the family dog. There's the dog. I think they love the family dog, or they want one. And they really, you know, love you and sense the power in you. And yeah, it's just bright. You've just got all these hearts and suns. It's wonderful. But there's just something about the beach. I get the feeling that they like going to the beach, or doing that kind of play thing with you, or travelling around, because you know, the ship to me always represents travel, as well as like your ship coming in. But you bring everything to them. So good mom alert there. They want to tell you that they love you and that they value you in their own little way, that you're doing all right. So I hope you enjoyed that reading. This is a bit experimental and different, so please do let me know in the comment section whether it's a boom or a bust. And if you have any other questions that you would like me to have a look at, maybe on this theme or others, then please feel free to leave me a comment and let me know. Have a look in the description box for like the cards. I've got links to the cards and information on private readings and my Patreon and everything. Have a look there. And otherwise, I will leave you with this. Please take very good care of yourself, and especially your wonderful baby. Thank you very much for listening to me, and goodbye. Okay, those of you that chose number 2, the Lily, this is your reading. Let's do your charms next. I'm thinking that, because this is quite experimental video for me, I don't normally use my charms in it. It's just something that I play around with. Experienced but not massively experienced with them. So I'm going to pull out a few charms for you first, which to my mind is a message from the baby for you. Let's grab a couple more. So let's leave those there. Right, now, if you were particularly attracted to the lily, I was thinking of it as just something to signify the pile, but just in case, the lily makes me think obviously more feminine energy, which may represent you or your baby. I'm assuming, because of my audience demographics, that most of you are mums rather than dads, but it doesn't matter if you're a dad, this all still counts. And even if I lean in towards motherhood more, just change motherhood for fatherhood. but it's very feminine energy. It's very sensual and innocent and pure. So your little baby may end up being somebody that is more on the soft and sensitive side, and very sort of innocent, but I don't want you to feel that it's innocent in naive. It's innocent as in they're always going to have the strong sense of morals. The lily for me is always somebody who's got this strong streak of what's right and wrong. So it's more likely that your little tyke will sort of be the one that shouts out very loudly, "You're not supposed to do that!" And you're like, "Shh, shh, shh. No, you can't take that, you got to pay, for your parking." Like when there's a broken meter or something, you might be more inclined to just wing it. This kid is not going to let you. Or maybe you're like that, and that's how they see you. But these 3 cards are meant to represent how they do feel for you, what they feel for you, and how they see you, what they think about you. So we start off with the Page of Wands. That's lovely. And then we have the Emperor. And then we have the Ace of Swords. So straight off, they know you're the boss. You're the boss. You're in charge. And I mean, if any of you are dads watching this, they do see you as the ultimate father figure. You are daddy. If you're mum, it's still the same sort of energy. You're not to be trifled with. You're a good and fair, equal leader. You're a good parent and you're a strong parent. But they know not to mess with you. It's like your rules. We've got the Ace of Swords, so they know that you're honest. They trust you. You're a good, honest person. You say what you mean. When you say you're going to do something, you do it. So this strong sense of morals makes sense now for the Lily card coming up at the top. If you say we're going to go to the park, we're going to do this, then we're going to go to the park. You do it, and they know they can trust that. You obviously come up with lots of great ideas from their perspective. They're like the swans going around like, oh my God, how did you know how to do that? Like, kids are wonderful because they have this sense of wonder. All the things that are mundane and normal and natural to us seem magical and mystical to them. And this is the vibe I get from this Ace of Swords. It's about knowing things, clarity of thought, that eureka, the truth, the plain truth, simple truth. You communicate in a very simple, clear way to them. You do that because it's your baby, and you're not going to use complicated sentences to them. You're just going to keep it simple because that's what they need to hear. But the Page of Wands, it's just, they see you as a fiery, alive, vibrant. In this deck, the wands have lots to do with music. So I don't know if any of you have a strong connection to music. Maybe you're musicians, or maybe you just enjoy playing music with your kid and, dancing around and stuff. Or singing them to sleep, because there's this impression here that these foxes are going to sleep now. But you're adventurous, fiery, you take them on exciting adventures. So if you're definitely the sort to get them out of the house quite regularly, they enjoy where you take them to. They enjoy the things that you do with them. The adventure, the Page of Wands is the adventure, the page that's going off on travels to do exciting things and experience new things. So I think that you're the kind of parent that regularly gets them out to like swimming lessons, baby yoga, meeting new people at other baby groups. You're not the sort that just sort of sits in the house. I think I might pick another couple of bits of charms there. It doesn't feel like I've got a lot compared to before. There we go. Right then, let's see what we've got. Wow, beautiful. You make their heart. I mean, I just took it as read anyway, that what the kids want, that there would be love there anyway. So I wasn't worried about, I wasn't thinking I need to check that your child loves you. I just took it as that was happening. Right, what's interesting from my perspective is in the last one as well, I had lots of charms that were related to clothes. So I'm wondering whether there might be a theme here if they don't like their clothes or they don't like wearing them, or maybe you're somebody who does lots of knitting and sewing or making stuff. But there's some sort of issue here with clothes. And my experience of kids is the younger they are, you know, they get to an age where they're like, I feel restrained and chafed by my clothes and I don't want to wear them. I don't care if it's -10 out there. I would prefer to be nude. Obviously, like, no, you got to wear clothes. So that always reminds me of that vibes there. And I think I want to say as well, that just makes me think they've got your measure. Oak tree, which always obviously makes me think of me. But this is the family tree. So I think that you probably have a strong family tree around you. That you have a strong sense of family, like grandparents, parents, brothers and sisters, cousins, and all the rest of it. And they like that. They want the message they want to send is they like that, or they would like more of it. It's important to them, or they enjoy nature, because we've got bunny rabbits and lizards and tigers. So if you and dragonflies. So if you like, you know, fox as well and birds. There's a lot here about animals and nature. So if you have a nice garden or you make sure you take them out regularly, they enjoy being out in nature with you. The dragonfly to me is always sort of spirituality, obviously watching a tarot reading, but I think that the message here is that they might be more inclined to follow you into a sense of spirituality and growth. You know, it's always soulful to my mind. And obviously the bunny rabbit, fertility, Easter egg, having fun, eating lots of chocolate. There's a tiger. Are you a tiger mum or a tiger dad? Because there's this sense here with the Emperor that sometimes it's like, you're a bit fierce at times, you know, I'm just a baby. The lizard. I think they're going to be a quiet one. Because we've got birds, which is chatter. I think the inclination here, and as well with the fox, which is always sort of a secretive, sort of... not cunning or crafty, but, you know, they do things on the quiet because they don't want to draw attention to themselves, the fox. And the lizard as well. Is I think that your baby doesn't always want to talk. They might just be end up being a quiet kid. They might not be a big conversationalist, or they might be somebody that doesn't believe in small talk, because the birds... to my mind, always reminds me of chatter and talking. But it also, there's the two birds on the branch. So it might be... I prefer it when there's just the two of us talking, when you have a conversation with them. Yeah, that rings truer, that there's this sense that they just like it when there's just the two of you to chat. It's quite small charms, I've just realised. Might not come across. A shoe. Clothes again, going walking. I just get the feeling that you take them out of the house a lot and they like it. They would keep that up, because there's travel. Maybe you're the sort of person that does like to travel quite a lot. And there's a thimble here with the heart. So it's going back to this dressmaking theme. Maybe I've got too many dressmaking charms in there, but I didn't think I had. But it's the heart again. There's love. You open things up for them. It's a successful relationship. Successful and open, and they like the way you feed them. They like the food. Food. Good message about food. Yeah, I just get the vibe here that there's a lot of connections to nature and being out and doing things. This is going to be an active kid, but I don't think they're going to be a talkative one, or they don't want to talk. So if you're like taking them out and saying say hello to the lady, and they're looking dead-eyed, stony-eyed at this lady, is like, I don't want to be forced to talk to you. I'll talk to you when I want to talk to you, not when I'm commanded to. You know, I think that's the attitude. It's like, I will talk to you and you alone, or your family. Yeah, I think they're just going to be a quiet, more introverted child, young lady or young gentleman. That's what I get. Yep, that's it. That's what I see. I hope that resonates with you. I hope this resonates, my little experimental reading. Please let me know in the comments section if it makes sense to you, whether you enjoyed it, whether there's any other question that you'd like me to have a go at. Please leave me a comment. In the description box, you'll find all the information on the cards that I've used, my Patreon account, getting a private reading from me, all of that. That's all in the description box. So please have a look there and then contact me if you would like. But otherwise, please take very good care of yourself, and especially take extra special care of your wonderful baby. Thank you very much for listening to me, and goodbye. Okay, number 3s, you letter people. This is your reading. So these 3 cards are to represent how your baby thinks of what he or she thinks of you and how they feel. And the charms, which I'm about to do here, these are my intentions are that they're going to be the message that they have for you at this time. But as I said repeatedly in the other readings, it's still very experimental for me to include charms in this. This is the first video I'm going to do it, and it's just going to be interesting to see how it works. And I want to see how they work in tandem with the cards. So let's just get you a few. I will say that I've assumed that your baby loves you. So we're not going to worry about if there's no cards about love. Don't panic about that. Right, letter is meant to be a placeholder, but I want to cover it just in case you are really, really attracted to the card itself. And it's obviously about communication. It's about written communication. And so it speaks to me either that you are somebody that reads a lot to your child, and that's an important feature of your relationship, or that you yourself are some sort of writer or communicator. But also that your child may end up being that. They might end up being a writer, even if it's not actually as a career. It might be just an important feature of who they are, that they must always write. So maybe they do it as a hobby, or they write poems, or they're a very good communicator and letter writer, which is a bit of a lost art, but people still do send long emails to each other. So there's, in some way, communication and writing is going to be important in terms of you and or your baby. So let's get that covered. So what they think and feel. Knight of Pentacles. Page of Pentacles. And Six of Pentacles. Wow, really earthy energy. So, I mean, I'm not big into astrology, but this feels like an earth sign energy, like Taurus, Virgo, and the other one. Is it Sagittarius? I'm sorry. Whatever signs that you are. Either way, that you're a very practical parent. You're very earthy, very grounded. You really... you're a slow mover. Not that you're a slow parent, I don't mean that, but you're methodical and precise, that you do everything to the letter. I'm wondering whether this is your first baby, because this just feels to me that somebody's going to do things properly. Take your time, do it properly. You're not going to make any mistakes. And they think that, yeah, you're not a risk taker. There's no fire here. There's no water. There's no air. It's all earth, earth, earth. They just see you really grounded. And the Page of Pentacles, which to me is the student card, it's about the page that goes out into the world to carry on learning and spread the message and to get tangible goods. So they just see you as someone that you're very hands-on. I'm gonna say this feels like dads might be choosing this, but bearing in mind that the majority of my audience are mothers, and I was expecting mainly mothers to be watching this. If you are mums, this all still stands, but that they see you as confident, capable. You will do the dirty work, by the way. So actually maybe this is more mother energy. You will change the dirty nappies. It doesn't matter how long and how dirty and how dangerous the job is. The Knight of Pentacles will get it done and will not hesitate. And the Page of Pentacles is on their way to becoming the Knight. So this is interesting, that they feel that you are yet to come into your full power as a parent. They sense that. They think that you're just going to get better and better and better. but they think that you're fair, equal and balanced, that you give them things, that you nurture and provide for them, that you are giving them goods. And I can know exactly what I'm trying to say, I can't articulate it. You give them what they need to grow, but that you give everything that you've got to give to them. You give everything that you can to them in order for them to thrive and survive. I really get the feeling that even your baby knows at this point that you're really working hard for them and with them. Maybe you're a working mum. Maybe you're a working parent, and you're going out there grafting to make sure they've got enough food. And they know that, even at this young age, that you're really... It's just working for them. You're really providing them with security and abundance. And they know that. So I'm hoping that that's reassuring to you. That's reassuring to you, because I think sometimes, I don't have kids, but I know there's parents where they wonder whether they're doing the right thing, and whether they're really taking care of, their kids, all of their kids' needs. And this child knows. So even if, they are like coming up to being a toddler or something, they're aware of all this. So let's move on to the charms, because I think now it's important that we hear what the message is for your kid. So we've got key, which is success. Spoon, food. They feel that you feed them well, that you nurture them with everything. This is a very Pentacles type charm symbol, the food, feeding them. We've got dragonflies, that's a spiritual sort of connection, spirituality. Soulful, which makes a connection because you're somebody who watches tarot readings. Oh my gosh, again, more... This is the third time I've had things to do with clothes. I think they recognise that you're building a life for them. I have said in the others that if they're younger and of that age, in my experience, taking care of other people's kids, they get to a certain age and they don't always like wearing their clothes. They like to be free and easy and be able to run around in just their nappies, or if you're in America, diapers. Ooh, boy energy. This is male. Whoops, male. So I wonder if some of you are men, or you've got a male baby, or there's some male man in their life, or whatever. This is success, money and happiness on the crossroads. So you're bringing all these to them. They feel they're getting them all from you. They know that you're pursuing these things. I think you're lovely, bouquet of flowers, which is lovely. That you are the gear that makes their life go round. Eternal love, eternal things. It's just I can't think of the word. Then starfish. Yeah, you're working. You're a worker. You work. Lucky. Hedgehog. You can be a bit prickly at times, probably because you're working too hard. Yeah, you're always on the horse, on the move. Travel. Tiger mum, tiger dad. Be careful not to be a bit too... demand too much of them, especially if they are really, really young. Every single one has had this, and this because you're their parent. They love you. You make their heart go off in wings. They love you. Don't ever have a second doubt that they don't love you. They do. Turtle, which is you, slow moving turtle, always moving forward, resonates with all of these three cards. Fish, abundance. It's the fish is abundance of heart, of good feelings as well as money. So maybe you're lucky enough to have money, or maybe they're saying, well, we've got enough money. Butterfly, same as dragonfly. Elephant. There's lots of slow moving animals here. Hedgehog, elephant and turtle. And the pentacles are a slow moving energy because of the earth. So there's this sense here that things seem to be moving slowly, in your relationship. So if you've ever had a period of sort of struggling to bond with your baby, the message is it's slowly coming together, so don't be frightened. There's lots of love here, lots of sense of things have been built together, making things, making something of it, making something of your relationship. building it together. They do feel that you provide and that you are important and essential in their life to making it work. Oh, another slow moving animal, the snake. I know snakes can be really quick, but they're not always. And there's luck. I think there's luck with money. They just feel lucky to be with you and in your family. And finally, we've got the owl, which to me is wisdom. Yeah, it's talking, but it's wisdom. So I think they think that you are wise, that you are knowledgeable. So if you are, I really get the feeling actually that this is more a message of reassurance for you. I get the feeling here that the parents that might be attracted to this reading are ones who are having a bit of moment's doubt about being a parent, and it's absolutely fine to have doubt, because I do get the feeling here that this is your first child. I might be wrong, let me know in the comment section if I'm completely misreading this, but my vibe is that this is your first baby, you're unsure of yourself, you're uncertain, and the baby's saying everything's fine. Yes, it's a bit wobbly for us, but you're getting me fed, getting me clothed, we're making something of it. It's all going to be a bit slow with a few sharp points in it, and a few bits where it's a lot of hard work, but we're going to work at it and make something wonderful of it. We're going to make a success of it because we love each other, and we're part of the same machinery that needs a gear. The gear, we're the gears that make it all work. It's not going to work if you don't have the baby, and it's not going to work if the baby doesn't have you. And abundance will come, and the baby's right. So if that resonates with you, please let me know in the comments section. I hope the readings helped you and reassured you if I've read the situation correctly. If you have any suggestions on a question or something you'd like me to cover, please let me know in the comment section. In the description box, you'll find all the information you need on the cards, on my Patreon account, which is new, getting a private reading from me, and so on and so forth. Just check the description box. But I will leave you with your reading. Please take very good care of yourself, and especially really very good care of your baby. Thank you very much for listening to me, and goodbye. Okay then, those of you that chose number 4, the sun, here's your reading. So to start off with, the sun, although I wanted it to be a placeholder, if you were really overwhelmingly attracted to the image of the sun itself, then it's reflecting on sunniness. I think if it's referring to your baby's going to be really positive and sunny and happy, and I think probably that will carry on into childhood and then adulthood. They're just, an extrovert. If that's referring to you, then it's to, well done, things are going well, things are going brightly. It's a message of comfort and positivity, the Sun card in Lenormand, so take that. These 3 cards represent what your baby thinks and feels about you, and then we've got the charms, which are to represent the message for you, your baby's message for you. I've said along with the others that this is very experimental for me to do the charms, so we'll see how it goes. Hopefully they'll be in connection with the cards themselves and make some sort of sense. I don't want to have too many charms, but I also don't want to do it so there's not enough, so let's do a couple more. Right, let's start off here. Ooh, 3 of Swords, 3 of Pentacles, 10 of Pentacles. So 3 of Swords, I think what the baby thinks about you is that sometimes you struggle. I mean, I'm assuming that because most of my audience are women, that you're probably moms, but if you're dads, it doesn't matter, that the energies are the same. But I think that they think that you sometimes struggle with it. Maybe some of you have had postnatal depression or just been really weepy and emotional. So I think they get this feeling that sometimes it's hard for you, but that you overcome that. Because the 3 of Swords for me is always about controlling your emotions. It's about using the 3 swords of your intellect, your logic, your knowledge, and controlling your emotions with it. So it's really like sort of getting control of yourself by thinking, right, it's time to pull myself together and not cry. I can't sit here and be emotional. I've got to, be rational and logical and get the things I need doing done. And they recognise that in you, that you are doing your best and that you really are not suppressing your emotions but controlling them. Like being courageous. Like when you're frightened, that's fear's an emotion, and then when you're courageous, you control that fear and carry on. That you're building, that you're a great builder, that you build things, that you build links, that you are working on your relationship with them, but also that you're building a great life together with you and your baby, and probably your partner, your partner and your baby, and any other kids that you might have. They think that you really are capable of collaboration. I think that's the word I'm looking for, collaboration, that you are able to collaborate with others despite this feeling that you have to control your emotions. And that by God you provide everything. They do not have 1 millisecond's worth of want. And I was saying to all the others, I just, it wasn't even a question in my mind, do I need to ask if these babies love their parents? They love you. That's just a given. They love you, so don't worry about that. But they feel very well provided for, that the sun is shining. Oh, there's something on the card. The sun is shining, that everything's there for them. I feel that you're the dragon protecting them, and weirdly that the baby feels like that young lady there holding the peach and being well taken care of by the dragon. They have everything. They have a happy family. They love you, that you provide a happy family for them, that there's everything they need is there. Everything they need is provided by you. So they're don't feel for a second, if you've got any concerns about what's going on in your kid's life, that they're in any kind of want. Because they're not. They don't at all, so don't panic. So let's see what their message is for you. I might see what we have here, and then I might pull some more. So we've got the tree, oak tree. They like my videos. That's what they're trying to tell you. They like my videos. Do you watch them together? No, they love their family. It's family tree. So they love their family. If you've got an extended family, they love their nan and granddads. They love their cousins, brothers and sisters. They love that. They enjoy it. We've got a cat. So if you've got a cat, they love your pet cat. If you haven't, they might be the kind of kid that wants a cat over a dog. Make sure you can see these things. Bear, mama bear, provider, the mama bear. You'll protect them to the death, and they know that. They want to say that they see you as a mama bear. Love. They feel they won the poker game, that they're very lucky. It's luck, love, lucky in love. So they love you and they feel lucky to have you as their parent. Lucky. Mouse. That's interesting. Cat and mouse. That makes me think that they are going to be a bit of a... I feel that you're the cat now chasing the mouse, that they're going to play you up, really, I think is the best way I can put it. That you're going to be chasing them around supermarkets and they're going to be laughing their head off as you're running after them. Lily, that's always purity and sweetness to me. So I think they think that you're pure and sweet. I think you come across as really sensitive, and they can tell that in you. Do you take them travelling a lot? Do you take them on water? They'd like to go out of the house more. If you're a bit of a stay-at-home, especially if the weather's bad, they do like to get out of the house and see exciting things and do exciting things. Yeah, we've got the stork here. I know it's got like a baby on it, but that is change and travel and movement. Oh, marriage. I think this is like circular going around ring. Normally I'd say it was marriage, but obviously maybe baby does want to marry you, because like little boys that want to marry their mothers. Nappy, they're pinned, secure, safety pin, securing you. Another tree. So I feel that's just connecting there. Another mouse. Oh, it could be that the mice are referring to the fact that they sense you feel anxious and they don't want you to feel anxious. Kids don't want their parents to be anxious. I don't like my mum being anxious, and I'm very grown up. babies definitely don't. You're opening things up, you're successful. Things are opening up. So if you've had a bad patch, things are going to start getting better. You're stuck with them, they're stuck with you. They're happy about that. They're secure in their relationship with you. They don't want to go anywhere. There's this sense here that they want you to start changing direction. That speaks to me about changing direction. So again, if there's this feeling that it might be time for winds of change, because we've got lots of nautical themed things here, that they either, if you're the sort that live near water and it's sort of a hobbyist place, maybe when they can go and see the boats, or maybe your family has boats, or you do things like that, they like the sea or water. Or more realistically, I just get the feeling that they want things to be more secure, and that might, from their perspective, involve a change. And this is the sword in the stone, so they think that they're King Arthur. That's their message. They are King Arthur. No, it's more security. They're secure. You know, they want the swords and the thoughts to be grounded, and you know, the energy dispersed in the ground. And I think it's connected to these 3 of Swords. They feel really lucky to be with you, but there's something here that they sense it's time for a change in the relationship. So I'm wondering whether actually your baby's getting a bit older and they're leaving the baby phase and maturing into something else. But they feel very lucky to be around you. Absolutely. And they love their family, and they love you. There's this sweet, sensual, sweet innocence about the lily. And that's comes across. And again with the sun, it all seems to connect to me that your baby loves you and wants you to feel more secure. And I don't know why that comes across, because this is quite an in-depth reading, for more in-depth than I actually anticipated with all of them when I did this. I thought it was going to be a nice, sweet, simple thing, but actually it's turned into quite a grown-up thing. I'm going to get another couple of charms. Yes, it came up more than... there we go. They love you, wings. Dreaming of the sea. There's something to do with the sea. Oh, lucky. Lucky horseshoe, the clovering. Lucky. There's luck there. For some reason, there's something about luck. And a dolphin, which is about running free. Intelligence running free, to my mind. And star. You're a star. There's just a lot of reassuring messages there. That's the vibe of all the charms. So, and the sea. So I hope that resonates with you. Please let me know in the comments section if it makes any sort of sense to you. If you enjoyed it, you know, as I said, it's experimental. See whether I do it again. Yeah, let me know. Let me know if it's helped you or not. If there's any questions that you would like me to do, then please leave the suggestions in the comment section. In the description box, there's all the information you need on the deck I've used and all the links to my Patreon and getting a private reading and all the rest of it. Just have a look there. Otherwise, I'm going to leave you with this. So please take very good care of yourself, and especially please take very good care of your baby. I wish you all the best of luck for the future. Thank you very much for listening to me, and goodbye.